Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pitattvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakhatvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. We are doing a series on self-realization. Come to a stage of how to inquire once I have prepared the mind. And most common inquiry methods that are suggested are essentially avasthatrayam and panchakosha vivekam. So this is what is avasthatrayam, what is panchakosha vivekam. So this is an analysis of the three states of experience. It's called analysis of your own experiences, and these are universal experiences. Therefore scripture points out that you use your own experience to analyze the fact. So experience is not a knowledge. Experience, because we experience all the time Brahman actually, but we have no knowledge that we are experiencing Brahman. Because any experience involves triputi: experiencer, experience and experiencing. So what is our experience of that is common to all to everybody, every living organism in fact, and maybe more for a human being. Not only now, this is in the past, even thousands of years ago, now, and thousands of years from future also, if the humanity survives. So this is a common experience, and use the common experience as a basis for inquiry using Vedanta Pramana. So in this we need to know certain things. We said what is real, what is unreal, and what is in between. That we need to know. What's real? We define real is that Trikala Abhaditam Satyam, that which remains the same in all three periods of time, which does not undergo any modifications, and that alone is real. If things are changing and he says something and tomorrow something else, he says he's lying. So anything that changes need not be real. According to this definition, that which does not undergo any modification alone is real. And in further analysis, any finite object undergoes a modification. It was not there before, it is there now, it may not be there before. So, prag abhavaha and pradhamsa abhavaha, that before it was not there, afterwards it might not be there. So in between says, then therefore it's also not there in between also. If it's not there before, if it's not there afterwards, in between also, it's not really there, even if it appears there. Adav anteja vartamane pitatavi. So even adav ante, if it is not there in the beginning and in the end, and it appears to be there, and therefore it's not really there also. Because if you wait for some time, it also goes away. So therefore it's not really real. Adav anteja nasti vartamane pitatada. This is from the Mandukya Karika. By Gaudapada says, if it is not there before and it's not going to be there future, then what is guaranteed that it is there right now? Oh, I am seeing it. You are seeing, therefore seeing is not a pramana, means of knowledge to know, to prove that it is there. So if it is not there, how can I, why should I see? So therefore these are the questions that has to be understood. So what is truth is that which does not undergo any change. That is that is called Sat. Sat means pure existence, or that which exists, that always should exist. And that's why Krishna says in the second chapter, that which exists cannot cease to exist. So existence itself, what is that ceases to exist is different. So if ring is ceasing to exist to become a bangle, then ring is not really real, but what is real is that which doesn't change in going from a ring to a bangle. That we talk about A gold alone is the material cause. The material doesn't change. That's the law of conservation. So from that we say that which remain the same in the whole world is changing, but if something is changing, there has to be a substantive or adhara, a support that should not change. That's a simple common sense, and that's what is the matter conservation or energy conservation is based on, and here is called the existence conservation. What exists in what form may change, but the pure existence itself does not change. That's all Vedanta points out to that truth. So everything that exists is because of that only. That has to be understood. So what is that which is real, permanently real, is that. What is unreal, which does not have no existence at all at any time, or has no locus for existence. Correctly? So there is no the upadhi is not there for it to exist. So that which has no existence or no locus for existence is asat. So we have a sat that exists all the time. We have asat which has no existence at any time, and any time, as far as we know only past and the present. We don't know about the future. So therefore, in the future it exists. In olden days there was no train. Train means at least locomotive that was not there in the past. So it was not from the past. When it says, have you seen a train? If somebody says, no, I have not seen. There is no train around here. So the existence in the present or in the past cannot guarantee its non-existence in the future. If it doesn't exist even also in the future, there is no upadhi, there is no locus for its existence, and that which is called asat. A classical example of asat is the Vanjyaputraha. Vanjyaputra means son of a barren woman. So there cannot be a son for a barren woman because it's a logical contradiction. Therefore, it cannot be in the past, in the present, and the future. Therefore, that is trikalam. All three times, it cannot be there because of the logical contradiction. The other examples are given in the script, in the analysis, like Akasha Pushpam, the space flower. Space flower was not there before, it's not now, and it may not be there in the future also. So things that may not be in the future but also are considered as asat right now, but for the time being I cannot find a locus for its existence. That is a definition for the non-existence. Say Gaga Boo. Have you seen Gaga Boo? No, I have not seen. What is it? I don't know, but have you seen it? If I say, if you don't know, if I don't know what can be there, Gaga Boo, that becomes a asat. Other than the word, it is there is no thing that can be describable as Agabavu. Same way, that which cannot be described as Akasha Pushpam, we don't have it. And Vanjyaputra, of course, we said, is a logical contradiction. It can never have it. And that is called Asat. So Sat we know, Asat we know. But the world is not comes under Sat or comes under Sat. Why it does not come under Sat? Because it's changing. Means it doesn't changeless entity alone is Sat. Since it is changing, it's not Sat. But it's not Asat also, because I am experiencing the world. If it is, I cannot experience Gaga Bobu or Vanjyaputraha, Akasha Pushpam, all those things have no locus for me to experience. But the world is there, I can see the world, everything is there, I'm transacting in the world, there is a food there, everything seems to be there. In fact, it's so good that I see that is real only. Even if you say it's not real, that seems to be more real than what you are talking about. So therefore, the world comes under neither Sat, because it's changing, nor Asat, because it's experience. Therefore, it's called Sat Asat Vilakshanam. It means neither exists nor does not exist. It appears to exist. Since it's changing, there must be another thing that supports this existence that should be real. Because it's not changing and meeting the first qualification of Sat. So therefore, the world itself called Sat Asat Vilakshanam. So we have three categories here. One is the existence all the time, and there is no existence at any time, and there appears to be existence in the present, and therefore it's not really real. So therefore, that keeps coming and going. You don't have to cry for it. That's why he says, Agama paino nityaha tantitichasvavarata. So just forbear it, it will go. Just wait for this. So whatever that comes has to go. So the tremendous sorrow is coming. It will go. Since it has come, it will go. It may take longer time, that's all, but it will go. But before it goes, I may die. It's okay, you will never die because you will be born somewhere else. So again, so you will survive even that also. So that's essentially the understanding should be, whatever that comes, I should not cry. Therefore, as one who has a realized person knows that he is an eternal, permanent thing, and whatever impermanent things have no basis other than for entertainment. Because entertainment, when I turn the TV on, see the beautiful actors and actresses are all, and I am crying because that hero or heroine is suffering in the forest and running and being chased by all the villains. The actual fellow who played villain is sleeping in a comfortable room in his mansion, because he is only acting here. But taking that action and that scene is real, I am crying. So why do you cry? Just enjoy as an entertainment. If crying is also for entertainment, then cry as much as you want, and then once you work, wipe your this one and go. There's a Swami, and he was invited for a dinner by a couple, and after dinner, the wife says, Swami, there is a beautiful movie, you should see this. We have CD, we'll put it. And it's a very, very moving movie. He said, okay, they sat everybody and tried to turn the CD on to DVD on and to see the movie. And meanwhile, the husband brought the one packet of facial tissues because she's going to cry. And he brought all the facial tissues for everybody, since it is a tragedy where the hero, heroine are going to suffer, the heroine is going to die. So the scene was so serious. Ultimately, the heroine dies, and the lady who was watching almost crying and crying because the heroine in the movie died. So husband also was trying to, he was also became emotional. He was crying, and she looked at her husband and said, "Why are you crying?" "I am alive," he said. She said. The Swamiji said slowly, "That's why he's crying." This may be a joke, but people cry for things. Agama paino nityaha tanti chichasva bharata. So that which was not there before, that which is not going to be there in future, why you have to cry? The whole life is just continuously, you came into this world, you are going to leave this world. Why? They say this is mine, that is mine, that is mine. All this is essentially play the drama of life beautifully. Not that you have to throw everything that you have. You play the drama of life beautifully as a drama, just as you entered into the stage. And live and wash your hands completely and enjoy and live. That becomes a jnani. So therefore, Krishna starts teaching that. It says, therefore, panditaha, so the gata asona gata asomcha nanu sochanti panditaha. So therefore, the wise person will not cry for things that are happening around, because it's going to change. So if I have that attitude that this is only temporarily, so therefore I transcend above it, and when it comes is okay, it's uncomfortable or comfortable, but it's going to change. And if I have that attitude, then I do not repent for all the things in the world. That's what is called Sita Prajna. So knowing what is permanent and what is impermanent in life becomes an important criteria to turn my attention to that which is permanent. That's called viveka. So I had to use intelligence to see what is that is permanent in the changing things. Because changing things are happening all the time. But I had to see in and through changing things that which is changeless entity. That's what is called knowledge. So, inquiry meditation also is trying to see what is that which is changeless entity in the changing things. And I can look at the world and I can inquire what is that changeless entity in the changing things. I had to see cognitively because I cannot see that one. Because it's a pure existence, we said from the scripture point, and I cannot see existence. I know everything exists. So if I had to turn my attention to that because of which it exists, without which it doesn't exist, that alone is the truth, not the name and the form. So I had to cognitively see, with the intellectual understanding, I had to see that it is. And same way, now inquiring into your own experiences and analyze the experience to find out what is the truth of the experience. So experience is not knowledge. So every day I see sunrise and sunset. That's my experience. The truth is sun never rises and sets. That is the knowledge. So experience cannot validate the knowledge or cannot bring the knowledge. I had to use proper means of knowledge, a pramana, to discover or analyze the experience, to discover that sun neither rises nor sets even though I see sunrise and sunset. I can still enjoy the sunrise and sunset knowing that sun never rises nor sets. So enjoyment, experience can contradict the knowledge. Knowledge can contradict the experiences. But knowledge cannot be contradicted. If knowledge is contradicted, then knowledge is not real knowledge. It's only false knowledge, because I have a knowledge that it is a snake. But that got contradicted when I saw it as a rope. So what happened to the previous? Even though I thought it is a knowledge, prama, now I discover that it is a Brahma. How do you know this is Brahma? Then analyze, use a pramana to find out whether what I am seeing now is real or not. So I saw the snake that I saw was not really real when I saw a rope. Is rope real? Of course rope is real, because I can use it, I can tie it, and if you talk too much I can tie around you also. So is that a basis for reality? That's what the question now. That's the same true with all the world. So question is also, is experience itself is a basis for the reality? That's why we said it need not be. Because some of the acharyas say the experience is, what you experience is real. Okay, Advaita and even Visishta Advaita says because you experience, therefore it's real. It's real. Whereas Advaita says because you experience, therefore it's not real. Why? Because you experience. Because real is that which cannot be experienced, which is completely infinite. You cannot experience. Not that it is not there. Therefore, one has to understand it. I don't see gravitational force, but I can see its effect. From the effect, I have to reduce that there is something else. This is a part of analysis. This is a part of intellectually, cognitively understanding that there is a gravitational force, even though I don't see it. But because of the effects of the gravitational force, I should say, there has turned my attention. That's why the Newton he saw the effects of gravitational force. From there he deduced that there must be a force that is pulling the apple down. So why apple's down? Apple was falling down all the time. But he started inquiring why it falls down. There must be a force pulling it down, and that's how he deduced the gravitational force. Same way, I cannot see gravitational force, and therefore I have to depend on the effects due to gravitational force and deduce what it is for. Same way, I have to see the changing things, and the changing things, there has to be changeless entity, and what is that? Is an inquiry. Now, greatest inquiry is not necessarily we go into the world, because we get carried away with the world. Our mind gets attached to the world. Therefore, sit back and inquire your own experience. What's my experience? Everyone goes through the same experience, we said. Therefore, it is easy for the scriptures to point out this experience, that is universal experience, and pointing out what you experience is not really real, and what you don't experience seems to be real. Then contemplate on that using the experience itself. That's what is called meditation. Now, how do I do it? It's called avastatrayam. Avastatrayam means 3 states of experience. So everyone experiences a waking state, and a dream state, and a deep sleep state. So everyone goes through these three states every day, more or less. So the question, this is a universal experience. Now analyze it. Analyze what? So in every experience, there is an experiencer and experience. Say, what is that? Waker, I am a waker, and this is a waking world. So I am in the waking world. I am so and so. All these transactions in the waking world is done by a conscious entity that I am, who claim that I am. And the whole world looks like very varieties and varieties of things that I'm struggling hard. So I go to the office, I come back, I eat, I sleep, all those things are there. This is my waking world, and because this is waking world, I give a more reality to the waking world and say this is real because I am experiencing it. So okay, go to sleep. When you go to sleep, I dream, and there in each individual is dreaming its own dream world. So if you look at the dream creation, well, how does the dream creation comes into picture? So psychologically you can say whatever you suppressed and oppressed in the waking world, in the waking state, those are stored in the memory of the mind. And those are impressions of the suppressions and oppressions in the mind, forms a seed for creation in the dream world. This is called vasanas. Oh, you don't believe in vasanas. Okay, believe in this. So these are nothing but the vasanas that form a basis called karanam. This is a basis for the creation of the dream world. Right? So when I create a dream world, where do I create the dream world? So I am sleeping in a beautiful air-conditioned room, in a Dunlop bed, and I have put also water there in case I am thirsty for me to drink. The water is there on the table, and all the lights are, because I can't sleep with the light on. I put, and the AC is on. Everything is very comfortable. The bed is comfortable. The pillows are comfortable. All that. And I go to sleep, and I go to dream world. Now in the dream, I am dreaming a forest, and in the bright sun there, the sun is there, and I am running because there is a tiger that is chasing me, and I am asking for help, and running faster and faster in the forest, and there are a lot of trees, and the hills and the valleys, and the rivers going on, and the ponds, water, sky, and the raining also in the dream. Where is the forest come? For me, as though I created a dream world, as though I entered into my own creation and entered as one individual in the creation, different from other individual or other living being like a tiger and all that. And even plants are also living things there. There may be other animals, and there may be some spectators somewhere far away trying to come in rescuing me. All that is being created in my mind. But when I am entered into the dream world, I forget that this is my own dream. I am the creator of the dream. The material cause and the intelligent cause, both are I am. What is that I am? That waking mind. and projecting the whole world of plurality. And for a dreamer who is dreaming, the forest is same, clear, the rivers are true, the water is true, and the people are true, and all beings are there, and non-beings, akasha is there, raining is there, sky is there, and earth is there for me to run. All that is there. Panchabhutas are there, 5 elements are there, and many beings are there, including the tiger that I have myself creation, and it's chasing me now. But a dreamer doesn't think that I created all this mess. So why are you running? That's your own creation. So the tiger says, should I jump on him or not? Whom is going to ask? So you decide. So essentially, Swami Tejamananda used to tell a beautiful. So he was dreaming the examination, and in the examination there are the investigators. All the people are there, invigilators or the teachers who watching should make sure that you don't copy. And there are a lot of people, and the question paper is given, and then the answer paper is there. What's all? It's all in the dream. And Swami says, I set the question paper. I set the questions there. I am the one who is taking exam of my own questions that I have set, and I flunked those exams because this happens in the dream also too. So I myself created the tiger. I myself created the forest. I myself make the tiger to chase me, and I am running away and trying to say, oh Lord, please help me. If the tiger is going to kill me or not, you decide because it's your own creation. But as long as I am in the dream world, dream is not a dream for the dreamer who is in the dream. He thinks the world is real. Only when I am awakened to the higher state of consciousness, then I recognize when I am awake, as I fell down and as I was running away, and suddenly I got up and found myself, I was fallen down on the bed. Oh, it's only dream. Sorry, are you going to now take a gun to go and kill that tiger that you saw in the dream? Oh no, that's not really real. Who says that? It is the waker who says that the dream world that he saw was not real. How? Because it is temporarily, it's only in that slot. But while dreaming, he doesn't say it's not real. While dreaming, in the dream, that was real. There's no waker also. If he gets thirsty and he cannot drink the water that he kept outside in a dream before he went to sleep, he needs a dream water to quench the dream thirst. If he is hungry, even though he had a scrumptious dinner in the waking state and therefore he slept, he can be still hungry, and he needs a dream food and to eat, to quench the dream thirst, dream hunger, and he has to go to dream hospital, dream doctor, dream medicine. For them, all that 9 yards are there in the dream. In fact, in the Upanishad, called Mandukya Upanishad, where these 3 states are being analyzed, the waking state and the dream state and the deep sleep state, and in each state, both the waking state and the dream state, exactly parallel description is given. It says, Ekona Vimsati Mukhaha. Says he has 19 gateways. Who? In the waking state, he has 19 gateways to interact with the world. In the dream world also, the dream jiva has 19 gateways. That means all 5 senses are operating. He can see, he can hear, he can touch, he can taste, and he can act, he can walk, he can, so 5 jnanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas, and he is breathing and all that, 5 panchapranas, all that his mind is there, which is different from the mind of the tiger and the mind of other people, spectators there. All that is there. The plurality is real in the dream. Only when I negate, when I come back to the waking state, I declare that that was not really real, but it is only apparently real. Now when I go to a deep sleep state, it says neither the waking world nor the dream world completely folded. It says what I am there is only I am. But I do not know that I exist even. In the dream world, I know that I am there because I am running away from the tiger. In the waking world, I know I exist as an individual, but in the dream, in the deep sleep state, I do not know that I am there. So that is a analysis, and Brihadaranyaka Upanishad points out that, and that is similar to the realized state. And people confuse that it is a dream state is realized state. No, it is similar to realized state. And what's the difference? We will point out where in the deep sleep state, I have an experience of the deep sleep state. And then I can recollect that experience and say, I slept very well. That means I was there to sleep very well. So I know I am there, but I have no knowledge of I am there. For knowledge to take place, I need the mind. Mind itself is folded in the deep sleep state. If it is not folded, I cannot be sleeping. Therefore, to facilitate for my mind to take a rest, the mind itself is folded. But I am still there as experiencer of folded mind, experiences of the non-experience of anything other than constant awareness of I am asleep, I am asleep, I am asleep, or I am ignorant, or I am there as I am. So this deep sleep experience we are going to analyze more deeply, because there are a lot of confusion and understanding, and we have to understand the waking state and a dream state and deep sleep state, and who is the experiencer of all the three states. That I am has to be investigated, and that's what the scriptural avastha, the experience of three states, pointing out to that who is an experiencer different from all the three states. And that I am is what is being pointed out, and that's what the Mandukya Upanishad analyzes these states and comes with a beautiful sloka, mantra, pointing out who is that I am. We will go into that in the next talk. With that we stop here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.